women's slow flow yoga. So come to a seated position. Find yourself on a cushion or a bolster to allow your hips to be slightly more elevated than your knees. Settle in this space. Close your eyes and start to focus on your breath. Feel your shoulders soften. Feel your face soften. Feel your jaw soften. Now bring one hand to your womb space and one hand to your heart space. And visualize your breath on the inhalation, lifting the chest, and on the exhalation, flooding down into the womb space. Inhale, bright, warming light in the heart space. And as you exhale, that light flooding down into your womb space, softening any tensions or any areas of tightness. Stay with that breath and stay with that visualization for a few more cycles. And start to feel your body relax and settle into this space that we have come to today. And now bring your hands to your sides, palms facing up, fingers loose. Inhale, breathe the arms all the way up to the sky. Interlace the fingers, press the palms upwards. Exhale, push the hands forward, rolling your shoulders away from one another. And again, inhale, breathe the arms all the way up, interlace the fingers, press the palms up. Exhale, bring the arms forward, rolling down, hands back to the lap. Bringing your hands to your lap, taking a couple of breaths here. Always staying with the breath, and if the mind starts to wander, going back to that breathing. Now we're just going to come off of our bolster, so just push it to one side of your cushion. And now we're just going to come into our butterfly pilgrimage. So bring your feet together, creating a sort of diamond shape with your legs, so having your heels quite a bit further away from the root of your body. Bringing the hands to the shins, keeping the spine long, and as you inhale, roll the chest forward. Exhale, rolling back. So really connecting with that root onto your mat as you just roll into the pelvis here. So imagine your torso acting like a big wooden spoon, and your pelvis, your basin, is the cauldron. And you're just stirring up your medicine from within. So remember, inhale, come forwards. Exhale, rolling back. And then just change the direction of your circle. So if you were going clockwise, just going counterclockwise. Keep the shoulders fluid, moving, focusing on that breath. And then find your place of stillness. Bring both feet down, keeping your legs hips width distance. And we're going to come into a little windshield wiper here. So with your hands behind you, just let the knees drop to the left and then to the right. Creating a bit of movement here in the hips, really gently, a couple of times. Excellent. And then finding your feet back onto the mat. Maybe giving the toes a little stretch here just to really connect with your feet. Now we're going to make our way into an all-fours position. So maybe just crossing at the ankles and then roll yourself forwards to come to an all-fours position, making sure your hands are directly under your shoulders and your knees directly under your hips, keeping your legs hips-width distance. I'm going to come into some really fluid hip circles here, letting the shoulders get involved. Really allow yourself to move intuitively. So however feels right, there's no wrong way here. Just letting the breath move your body. Your neck might want to roll a bit with your head, the shoulders, the spine. Really listening to what your body needs. And then from here, step your left foot forward and bring your left foot to the outside of your left hand, coming in this sort of low lunge. And if you can, if it's comfortable, bring that left foot onto its side ever so slightly, so you're creating an opening here in the hips. So you should be able to see the sole of your left foot. And then from here, start coming into some hip circles. So only moving within what feels comfortable to you. Again, using that breath to make sure you're not clenching at the jaw or that your bum's not clenching. Really gentle movements here, listening to your body. What is it holding on to that can be released here? Beautiful. And changing directions of that little hip circle again. And remember that if this feels uncomfortable, maybe just holding the static position will feel better. Then place your left foot back down onto the mat. And from here, activate your right foot and bring it forward. So however that might be, bringing the right foot to the outside of your right hand. And we're going to come into Malasana, into yogic squat. So coming down, it might feel comfortable to put your bolster or yoga block under your sit bones, as we're looking to focus on the opening of the hips rather than your balance here. So making sure that your chest is lifted, that your spine is long, bring your elbows against the knees, maybe hands to prayer to just support the body, and find your breath here. Finding breath. Now here, lower the right hand. Inhale, lift the left arm and let it fly behind you like a wing. Exhale, hands back to center. Inhale, lower the left hand, bringing that right arm flying behind you. Exhale, hands to prayer. And again, inhale, lower the right hand, fly the left arm. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left hand lowers, right arm flies. Exhale, hands to center. Bring both hands back onto the mat, pushing that cushion or bolster away from you, coming back to an all-fours position. Coming into cat-cow. So inhale, arch the spine, lifting the chin. Exhale, curve the spine, look to the space between your thighs. Inhale, arching the spine, looking up. Exhale, curving the spine, rolling and pulling the shoulders away from one another. Inhale, coming back to a neutral position. Opposite side now, so step the right foot to the side, to the outside of your right hand, and bring that right foot onto its side if you can, if it's comfortable, so that way you can see the sole of your right foot. Again, if it's not comfortable to do so, keep the foot flat. Opening the hip here and then slowly coming into hip circles, really mindfully listening to your body and your body's limits. Making sure that as you roll the hips here and within the hips, you're not clenching your jaw. Very important. Staying with the breath. If you start to feel tightness, then release that on your exhalations. And then changing the direction of the circle. So if you've gone counterclockwise, now going clockwise, or vice versa. Always looking for balance within our movements. Then flatten that right foot back down, activate the left toes, and we're going to step forwards again. However that might look, it might be a glide, it might be a little shuffle, coming back into our malasana or yogic squat. So again, feel free to use your cushion or block underneath. Hands to prayer, elbows gently pressing against the knees here to keep the body lifting up. And again, finding breath here, finding openness and space. And again, hands to prayer. Lower your right hand down. Inhale, fly the left arm back like a wing. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, place the left hand down, fly the right arm up like a wing. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, fly the left arm, opening the chest here. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, fly the right arm back. Exhale, hands to prayer. Last one. Inhale, fly that left arm back. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, right arm flies back. Exhale, hands to prayer. Staying here for a breath. And place both hands back down. Step the knees behind you, coming back into an all fours position. Coming into thread the needle. So inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, swoop it under your left, resting the right side of your face onto the mat here. Letting the weight come down on that right shoulder. If it feels comfortable, bring that left arm behind you, just to create a bit more opening, more space. And stay here for a few breaths. Making sure your jaw is loose. And now bring that left hand back just in front of your face, pressing into it slightly so you can push yourself up. Lift that right arm all the way back up towards the sky. Exhale, bring that right hand back down, all fours, opposite sides. So now inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky. Threading the needle, opposite side, swoop that left arm under the right, letting the weight Really come down on that left shoulder. Bring the right arm around, creating more space, more opening in the body. And staying here, focusing on your breath, focusing on that openness of the body, trusting your movements. And now bring that right hand back down onto the mat, just to the front of your face, pressing into the palm ever so slightly, and then pressing all the way up. Lift the left arm back up to the sky. Exhale, place that left hand back down onto the mat, all fours. Now bringing a bolster or some cushions back onto the mat, placing that right between your thighs. Now if it's a bolster, it's a really nice length, but again, if you've got cushions, just pile them on top of one another. Make sure that the cushion or the bolster is right between your thighs, close enough so that your womb space, your tummy, your chest, and your face can all have a place to rest. And just slowly lower down onto that bolster, resting on one side of your face, feeling that gentle pressure from the cushion or the bolster pressing into your body, supporting your body, holding your body, hugging your body. And just staying here for a few breaths. This is us in restorative posture, supported child's pose. Now slowly rise your head. Place the hands either side of your bolster and come to a kneeling position at the back of your mat. Just rolling the pillows aside. Hands to your knees as you remain in kneeling here. We're coming into our moon salutations. Now inhale, rise the arms up to the sky. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, standing kneel. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, kneeling. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, standing kneel. Exhale, back bend, shoulders back. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, standing kneel. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, standing kneel. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Staying here for a few breaths, maybe having a sip of water before we come into our moon salutation B. Bringing your hands to your sides. Inhale, breathe the arms up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot forward, left knee down, hands to your hips. Exhale, deepen that lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reaching back, crescent moon. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, hands to your hips. Exhale, deepen that lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reaching back, crescent moon. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, standing kneel. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, kneel. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot forward, left knee down, hands to your hips. Exhale, deepen that lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reaching back, crescent moon. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, hands to your hips. Exhale, deepen that lunge. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, reach back, crescent moon. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, standing kneel. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, kneeling. Take a couple of breaths here. Coming in with one more moon salutation B. Inhale, breathe the arms up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot forward, left knee down, hands to your hips. Exhale, deepen that lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reaching back, crescent moon. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, step back, downward facing. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, hands to your hips. Exhale, deepen that lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reaching back. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, standing kneel. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Take a few breaths to settle. After that beautiful flow, feeling grounded. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down a few times. Really connecting to the sensations of your body. Now inhale, breathe the arms up. Exhale, bring them into cactus arms down the side of your body, back to prayer position. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus arms down the side, really opening the chest here, hands to prayer. Bring your hands onto the mat, find your way into downward facing dog. Center your left foot slightly, and on the inhale, lift the right leg, but keeping the right knee bent, so you're kind of dipping the right foot to the left hand side. Exhale, swoop that right knee forwards and find your way into pigeon posture. If you find that your right bum cheeks is lifted or uncomfortable, feel free to put a cushion or a yoga block underneath for a little bit more support. Always looking to support the body. Only when it's supported does it feel safe and does the opening and releasing happen. Once that feels comfortable, lower down, placing your forehead onto your hands or on the mat and staying here for a few breaths. Again, mindful that you're not clenching your jaw and that you're not clenching your bum. If it helps, take deeper breaths so that you can hear the sound of your breath as you exhale, releasing anything that you don't need to be holding on to today. Our hips are known as the junk drawer of emotions. Everything sits in our hips and our pelvis, surrounding the womb space and our sacral chakra. And to be able to release tension from this space is absolutely key. Now slowly rise the head. Come on to your hands, lifting the chest up or coming onto your fingertips here. And really inhale, release that chin up to the sky. Exhale down, place both palms back onto the mat, lower the chest, activate the left toes. Imagine wings in your shoulder blades here. As you inhale, lift up, fly that right leg back up. Exhale, downward facing. Sway the hips side to side here. Notice how they feel after being in that pigeon posture. Now center your right foot slightly. Inhale, lift the left leg, keeping that left knee bent, dipping the left toes to the right here. Exhale, swoop that left knee forwards, coming into pigeon on the left hand side. And again, if your left bum cheek is lifted high, then feel free to pop a little cushion or a blanket, a yoga block underneath it, just for support. And then lower down, letting that forehead rest on your hands on the mat, or if that's still not very comfortable, maybe pop a cushion or a block for your forehead to rest on. And again, focusing on your breath, making sure you're not clenching your jaw or your bum. With each exhalation, guide those exhalations down into your pelvis, releasing tensions, tightness. With each breath, creating space. Now slowly start to lift your head. Come on to your forearms, onto your hands. Bring the palms back to your sides, coming onto your fingertips, lifting that chest and chin on the inhale, really opening that heart space. Exhale, lower back down, palms are flat on the mat. Activate the right toes, imagine those wings in your shoulder blades. As you inhale, fly the left leg back up, bending that left knee. Exhale, downward facing dog, swaying those hips side to side. Coming back to an all fours position, keeping the knees wide. As you lower back down very mindfully into a wide-legged child's pose. Just letting your body rest here for a few breaths. Now slowly start to come back to an all fours position. Take your time. And from here, activate those toes behind you. Keep the hands on the mat, palms down. And we're going to come into melting heart, anahata. So keeping the hips as they are, extend the arms forward. So with the aim of pressing the heart into the earth. If this is uncomfortable, please just come back to an all fours position. Staying here, releasing shoulders, opening the heart. Melting heart. And now slowly bring the body back forwards, coming on to your belly, keeping the forearms on the mat, pressing the hips down. Bringing the hands just to the outside of your breasts. We're going to come into a floating cobra pose. Keep the feet a little wider than hips width. Pelvis pressing into the mat. As you inhale, rise the chest up. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, pressing into the palms to lift up. Exhale, floating down. Inhale, rolling back up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, pressing back into kneeling at the back of your mats. Taking a few sips of water, always, whenever you can. And from this kneeling position, we're going to come to laying down on our mats. So there's no set transition for this. So however feels comfortable, find your way to laying down on your back, keeping your knees bent and keeping them hips width distance. Really pressing the lower back into the mat. Being mindful of your shoulders pressing into the mat. I'm going to come into a couple of pelvic tilts here. So on the inhale, come onto your tailbone, arching the spine, and exhale, press down so your lower back presses into the mat. Inhale, come onto your tailbone. Exhale, press down into the lower back. So similar to our cat-cow that we did earlier in our practice, except laying down, focusing on the tilting of the pelvis. Coming into twisted roots, so bring the right leg over the left, just crossing it over. And if you can, see if you can curl that right foot under the left ankle. But if not, don't worry. And then slowly, really mindfully, just allow those knees to gently fall over to the left-hand side. You might not touch the mat, that's absolutely fine. You could pop a cushion underneath that knee to hold it up if that feels more comfortable. Again, listen to your body. Nothing should hurt. Just staying here for a few breaths. Now slowly bring those knees back to center. Unravel the right leg, coming back to both feet being flat on the mat. You give the toes another stretch, really activating and feeling into your feet. And now from here, bring the left leg, crossing it over the right leg. If you can, bring the foot under the right ankle. And then mindfully allow those knees to fall to the right hand side. Your legs acting like twisted roots of a tree. Again, staying here for a few breaths. Staying with your breath, feeling your chest rise. Inhale, bring those knees back up to center. Unravel the left leg. Bring both feet flat to the mat. Give the toes a little stretch. Coming into reclining pigeon, bring your right knee to your chest and then bring your right ankle to rest on your left knee. Be happy to stay here if that feels comfortable. Otherwise, if you can, bring both hands under your left thigh, so lifting the left foot off the mat and very gently bringing that left knee towards you. So again, creating space here and sensations in the hips. As always, mind that you're not clenching your jaw. If you are, you might be going a little bit too far, pressing too much. You just need to release a little bit. And then gently lower that left foot back down onto the mat. Bring the right knee back to the chest. Give it a little hug and then bring that right foot flat down. Opposite side, bring the left knee towards your chest and left ankle comes to rest on the right knee. Again, be happy and content to stay here if that feels good enough for you. Otherwise, hands under the right thigh, lifting that right foot off the mat and bringing that right knee slightly closer to your chest, feeling that opening of the hip on the left hand side. Again, just focusing on the breath and the release of tensions of the body. And slowly releasing that right foot back down. Bring that left knee to your chest, give it a little hug and bring that left foot back onto the mat. Extend the legs in front of you here. Bring the arms over your head and stretch the whole body from fingertips to toes. And release. Bring the knees to your chest. Roll to one side here and gently pressing yourself up. We're going to come into our Shavasana here in a restorative posture, Supta Baddha Konasana. It's a reclining bound angle. So bring a cushion or a bolster behind you. If you're using cushions, just pile them up nice and high. Emphasis on having that little bit of lift right behind your head. Bring that bolster just to the base of your spine and then lower the spine down. So your chest and your torso are elevated compared to your legs and your hips. You can have your legs crossed, you can have them straight in front of you in that fish pose, whatever feels comfortable. So here, let the breath go. Allow the whole body to rest, being supported by your cushions or your bolster and the earth beneath you. You've done your practice for today, and now it is time to rest. Now close your eyes, and as you deeply inhale and exhale, allow yourself to feel heavy and fully supported. With another inhale and exhale, sink even further into relaxation as you prepare to journey to another space and time with the freedom to navigate this journey. Your spirit knows intuitively exactly where to take you. Using your eternal and unfailing connection to the sacred feminine as a compass, your spirit has brought you to a place where women are safe and life is sacred. A place of harmonious community, of equality and peace. You observe all that is around you and see the many girls and women and their glorious diversity. You sense immediately their comfort in their own bodies, the sovereign strength they claim as their birthright. Every day, in countless ways, women claim their due space, and their unique ability to create and nurture life is sacred. You know without being told that this is a place where women weave a tapestry of ritual and identity for each and with each other, for and with their mothers, their sisters, their daughters. Within the circle of women in this community, the stages of life are honored and celebrated. The childhood of maidens here is sacred. Surrounded by women of stature and wisdom, girls and young women have role models of all ages and sizes to emulate. Girls are free to test the abilities and strengths of their minds and bodies, free to play and discover the world around them without a shadow of sexual objectification or discrimination. At the knee of their mothers, they witness the harmonious rhythm between woman and nature and grow to respect and trust their own body's potential. At the onset of puberty, the maiden's passage into womanhood is celebrated by her tribe. Pregnancy is honored during a blessing ceremony that affirms the community's commitment to supporting each woman, not only during pregnancy and birth, but throughout her whole journey as a mother. Women here are allowed to trust birth and trust their bodies. They birth among women, worthy guides with reverence for the birth experience in and of itself. The sisterhood of women mothers each new mother by caring for her physically and emotionally in the days and weeks after each child is born. For women who do not birth children, they are valued and supported for their creative contributions to the community, valued for the innovation and the mentorship they provide. And as the mothering years pass and the children begin to have their own children, grandmothers are honored and respected as wise women. Their counsel is sought and their knowledge of the healing arts is revered. These wise women are indispensable members of the community, having lived through the challenges and the experiences of a lifetime. In this time and place, the earth is honored as mother, and she provides clean air, clean water, and abundance of food sources as a matter of course. As you breathe in deeply, you sense in every cell of your body that this once and future place is not only real, it is familiar to you. You know deep within your spirit that you have come home. Take a moment now to integrate all that you see and that you feel. Absorb this energy and let it settle into the very core of yourself. Know this is a place you can return to again and again, free to explore at your own pace in your own time. And with one last deep breath in, I invite you to slowly return to your physical body, here in this space and time. With ease and grace, you return to the here and now, feeling the shift of what you now know. Welcome back. Welcome home. Now slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can stay here as long as you wish. Or slowly bring your knees towards your chest. Gently roll to one side, only coming up when you feel ready. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being you.